Hi guys, so welcome back to another video. So in today's video I am going to be setting up and collecting my Pacman frog. I've got everything I need for the cage right now and I'm just gonna give everything a clean and do like a little tutorial on how you set up one of these enclosures. Tomorrow me and my mum are going down to Lincoln. I live in London, by the way. We're going all the way down to Lincoln to collect my new frog from somewhere called Lincoln Reptile and Pet Centre, and I've done a lot of research. I care a lot about where I get my animals from. Most of the time I rescue. I try not to buy, but I really had my heart set on one of these frogs for quite a long time actually. I could not find anywhere online anyone looking to rehome them. I even joined a Facebook group and asked if there's any sort of rescue, like if anyone's frogs are rescues, and there just doesn't really seem to be much of a thing, which is really good. It implies that there's not an issue with the buying and selling of these frogs. Rats and corn snakes, for example. I used to have a corn snake and rehoming him was very, very difficult because there are way too many corn snakes around that need homes compared to the amount of people who are looking to get them. The fact that no one is rescuing Pacman frogs kind of implies to me there's not too many frogs out there, like it's meeting demand, if that kind of makes sense. So that's good. So that sort of reassured me a little bit. So I went ahead and did a bit of research on where I could get him, and I really wanted to prioritize supporting somewhere that I thought was really good. And I found this place in Lincoln. It's about 2.5 hours away from London, so I'm willing to travel far. I'll give you guys a little bit more information a bit later on about the shop and what my impressions were. I'll film you guys coming along with me to go and collect him, and yeah, hopefully they'll let me film inside the shop. I'll just let you guys know what I think about it. So far I've spoken to them on the phone, so I did buy my frog. My frog was about £30 and they've already sent me photos of him, which is so exciting, so I do know what he looks like. He's literally about like that big right now. He's so small. Yeah, I'll tell you guys what my impressions are about this place. I think they're pretty good. I think they've won like a couple awards. They stood out a lot, like perfect reviews. And I'll show you first how to set up a Pacman frog cage in case any of you guys are wondering. So this is a cage that I'm starting off with. Pacman frogs don't need a huge cage, so I'm starting him off in a 45 by 30 by 18 Phanarium by Exoterra. It's not too big, so I'm not going to be able to fit a lot of decorations inside, which is fine. And I actually don't have a water bowl right now, but I will be getting that from the shop. This is just what I'm going to be putting in there. This is cocoa brick fiber, and what I do is I just put this in a bucket. I'm going to give this bucket and this a clean as well. I just put this in here with some water, and then it expands, and then it's like nice and moist. And then I fill the bottom with that. I'm going to clean everything first with a bit of deep clean. Okay guys, so now what I'm doing is I need to fill up this bucket with 3.5 litres of water and add some ReptiSafe to that, and make sure that's all clean, and then add the coconut fibre brick, leave it for about half an hour, and by then it should have completely like dissolved. Well, not dissolved, but the brick should have completely broken up. So it's kind of difficult to work out, but on the back of here it says instructions. Add 2 drops of ReptiSafe to each cup of tap water. So 3 litres is about 14.7 cups. So I need to add about 29 drops of this. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to get it exact, but I shall try my best. think that's about it. Make sure your hands are clean if you're doing this. My hands are very clean. Yeah, so that is our 3 litres of ReptiSafe water, and I'm now going to add the brick. I'm actually really excited to see what happens. So you just add that like that. Yeah, and then come back in about half an hour. So once I've cleaned everything and made my eco earth, the next thing I'm gonna do is just put all of the earth inside the cage, and it's very messy. So what you want with the earth is you want it to sort of be like, you want the water to be able to drip out of it when you squeeze it, but you don't want it to be too muddy. This is about right, to be honest, and you really want it to be a deep layer because they love to burrow and dig inside, so you want it to be nice and deep for them. I might have done it just a little bit too much, to be honest, but that's okay. And I know a lot of other people do use moss with their frogs. This is actually not a very good idea, because your Pacman frog won't be that good at eating, and they sort of tend to lunge for anything that's sort of in front of them. And if they ingest moss, they could become impacted because they can't absorb it, and frogs do often ingest the dirt that's around them, so I won't be using any moss today. As you can see, I've added a nice thick layer. I think that might be a little bit too much. I think I actually might take some out. As you can see, I think that's a lot more appropriate amount of earth. In terms of things that Pacman frogs need inside, they actually don't need that much. They need nice, moist, thick layer of dirt, something that they can hide in. So I don't have any hides right now, but I kind of thought, you know, if I just sort of put that there, that gives them a lot of space to hide around in. It's a lot of foliage. I reckon he'll probably feel quite at home with that. I don't actually have a water bowl as of now. Like I said before, I will be getting that from the shop. I do have this though. It's for a fish tank. I thought it was quite cool, so I'm gonna put him over there, and when I get my water bowl, I will put it here. I just need a nice small one. It looks pretty plain, but I think for now that's all he's really gonna need, to be honest. One thing I do have as well is a thermometer. I'm planning on putting the heat mat on this side, so I'm thinking about putting the thermometer sort of there. I reckon I'm gonna put it just here, and I'm just gonna have to move the leaves out of the way to have a good look. And it comes with this just to stick it on, so I'm gonna do that now. So I'd say right about there is good. Perfect. So here is where I have the tank set up temporarily, just on my desk. I think in the future I will actually put it up here next to my pet tiger. But for now I've just put it here. I'm sorry if you can hear the rats in the background. I've just fed them and they're having a good time. Hey Shadow. Hiya. So cute. Hi. So on top of the cage here, I just have tweezers, ReptiSafe, calcium D3, and some crickets. And I have his ReptiSafe mister here as well. You have to mist down the cage about once a day. Unfortunately, you don't get the best view of inside the cage from here, which is annoying. But like I said, it's just a temporary enclosure. I will be probably getting him a tank at some point soon, hopefully. You have already seen it, but this is just what it looks like right now. I have to move this out of the way to just get a little look at the thermometer. On the side, this is where I've put his heat mat. Like I said, it sort of clips on under here. It's not completely flat. It's all a little bit of a trial run, but I think the humidity will be alright. And the heat mat just plugs in here. Yeah. I Hi guys, so it's about 2 weeks later now. It was a bit of a bumpy ride if I'm honest, but as of now everything is looking good. I can reveal the name. I've decided to call them Pluto. Let me know in the comments down below if you like that name. I thought like space was like a cool theme to go for in terms of like reptiles and amphibians. Yeah, so I went with Pluto. Sadly, because of social distancing, the shop didn't let me inside. They sort of like blocked off, so you only could really be in the doorway. So I didn't actually get a chance to look around or explore, which was really sad because I could see so many cages like behind. It looked so fun, but yeah, I'm kind of stupid. I don't know why I didn't expect that. But yeah, what I did see, they were really nice, really informative, really friendly. I'll put on the screen their Facebook and Instagram if anyone wants to go check them out. They were really good. I would highly recommend them. So bringing them home was alright actually. The journey wasn't that long. It was about 2 hours, which was alright to be honest. It was worth it. I'll show you guys the whole journey. Just a disclaimer, when I'm putting them into their cage for the first time out of the little container that they gave me, bear in mind that I've never held a Pacman frog before. I didn't really know physically exactly what to expect. They did bite me and it did make me jump. But the frog is okay, it just looks a bit. So please don't come for me, everything's fine. And yeah, they're completely settled in now, so enjoy! He's so cute. That is literally so cute. Okay. About 5 days later. Unfortunately, he or she hasn't been eating. I've done a lot of research online and found that a lot of new Pacman frogs don't eat, and some of them don't eat up to a couple of weeks. So I'm trying not to panic too much. It's been about 4 or 5 days. I'm making sure that the humidity is up. I'm missing the cage twice a day. The heat mat is nice and hot, so there shouldn't be any problems there. I tried lots of different foods. I tried the cano crickets. I bought some wax worms as well, and nothing seems to be working so far. I also have some pinkies, so I might try those at some point. I'm just gonna give it another shot now so I can show you guys. Nice big one. Come on. See, she's closed her eyes. Yeah, she doesn't like it. issue, which I really hope will sort itself out. Yeah, if anyone has any advice on their new Pacman frogs, please tell me, because I really don't want this baby to starve. I'll keep you guys updated on what happens. And yeah, so it took me a while of trying different types of food. At first they were just not eating at all, then eventually I just bought some live crickets and they munched happily away on the live crickets. Yeah, but it did scare me a little bit because I was like, having an animal that's not eating was obviously freaking me out. Over the past 2 weeks, I've done a lot of tweaking and adjustments, and in terms of like temperature, arrangement, humidity and stuff, to sort of get it right so that they start eating. And yeah, right now they seem to be eating well and everything's going all right. So I'll just show you guys quickly what the tank looks like now. So this is what the enclosure looks like 2 weeks on. Frog is under here. I did buy a hide, it's just like a bit of cork. There's a water dish over there, some foliage, and obviously the Buddha over there. And it works quite well actually. Yeah, so that's what it looks like.